they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are in for 6. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On play action, they'll throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a big 32-yard play on third. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Marcus Golden in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And shedding through the tackle. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Burton. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage?
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bears take over. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. First down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down right around the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. second down.
Okay, we got four. We got four. Let's go, fellas. We got four down. Let's go.
Again, it's Cohen. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
A handoff to Barkley, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick it.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Aaron Lynch with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. The screen pass here to Cohen. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Back now at Soldier Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now on 4th down, honors the punt team sending this one away. Taken in at the 11. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game. And I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
The Giants on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. And he finds his target. It's sharp. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. So he got 3 at 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Again, it's Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. In for the score. And the Giants are in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Rosas now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Another costly turnover, their second of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is. And let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
What, the football?
Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The pitch goes to Barkley. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 and the 34.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Barkley already showing the ability to transform this Giant running game as they come up here on first down. The toss out to Barkley. And he spins free. Open space inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. Rosas to add the extra point. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 21-7. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Forced out to his left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game. Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. It's actually right. It happens more often than you might think. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The Bears on third down, just 1 for 5 at this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away. And he's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Trey Burton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Barkley, toss play left. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. Skirts by him at the 35. 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now a toss right to Barkley. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Rosas now to add the PAT. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go now.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They'll run with Barkley. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job And then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a present.
Thicker the pie, thicker the